You have to do it yourself. L2, the aim button, the shoot button.
L2 and the shoot button. Involved.
So worth it. I love you, bolt cutters.
Yeah, she's comfortable.
Yeah, she's comfortable, man. I ain't got time for that. I just smashed the window, man. Downstairs, yeah?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, so there's a downstairs there, I'm sure. Yeah, we don't go there yet. Oh, we ain't got no choice. Alright, not to worry if it's down, it's down.
Kinda sounds like a spy name. Cutters. Bolt cutters.
Hey, you're in the spirit world too long,
Or
my
a movie
G.
star. Like, in a movie you don't use your real name for. Yeah. Spy name it is.
Okay, bolt cutters, let's go. This looks like something a man would come in. I know we gotta go down. Now, to be honest, yeah. We go to the door. To be honest, I fell asleep. Many times, man. Where's the door?
It's just further down a bit.
Oh, you meant to go down, isn't it? Oh, that saves. Yeah, many times, man. Was in the corner looking, and then I was thinking. That's why sometimes I might have lingered longer. Yeah. And I wake up, I'm still there, and I don't know how long I tarried for. Trust me, even now, like when I was walking down the corridor coming back, doze off, man. I got the glasses. That's what I'm saying. This game makes me feel sleepy. I don't know why. Only time when I kind of feel awake is when that thing's on me. Yeah, so we might have to go through the mirror.
And I think there was yet to go through glass, and that's why.
Where? Yeah, oh yeah, that's where we...
Okay, Marianne. Let's see what sadness wanted me to see. I hope she's all right.
Straight ahead, innit?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, down in that corridor thing. Like you said, all of that for bolt cutters.
They said before all of this, you said they're going to make something so quick and easy, not drag it on.
Jerk it on.
All right. Here we go.
To make it so long. Cinematic.
No, me.
Oh, look at what I've done with cinematic.
That's how far gaming's on that area. Your body language.
Marianne? There you are. Thank God.
You're all right. I was so worried.
Oh, yeah. That thing almost got me.
What does she want to hug her the way she was
Hell
like
is
that?
it?
It came from shame, from helplessness, from rage.
Rage.
It's like anger, but more. Once it got out, we couldn't stop it. It ate all of them, Marianne. All of my friends.
Your friends.
I'm the only one left.
It's okay, Sadness. I'm here now.
No. It'll eat you too. Just like the others.
I won't let it hurt you, I promise. Here.
Okay.
Hey. Why don't you tell me something about this place?
It's the day room. We used to play here.
With Richard? Is he one of your friends?
No. But he was smart. Maybe he could help you.
He was smart. Wait, is he?
A bad thing happened to him. I remember he became hollow, like a puppet. Oh, I remember. Marianne, I don't want to see him.
What? Why not? What do you remember?
No, don't tell them.
It's
Don't
okay.
tell anyone.
You don't have to tell me. But you should still come with me so that I can keep you safe.
No, Marianne.
Is that
No, never again.
Why did you bring me here? It was then I realized there was something she wanted me to see with my own eyes.
Investigate the day. This is where we came. This is there.
Richard? Are you there?
Thomas, I've always been stunned by the depth and complexity of his imagination, mesmerized by the surreal dreamscapes his mind would weave. The way he described them with every minute detail, it was as if he had actually witnessed all of it, as if something or someone pulled the veil and allowed him to peek beyond the edges of our reality. That's what she said. Like in her talks, it's I'm on the edge of people's reality.
Yeah.
An angel, a demon. Is there really a difference? I know it didn't matter to me, as his visions came alive on my canvas. Some would say I used the boy to fuel my wanting creativity, but how could I not? To let this unique perspective, this bottomless well of inspiration go to waste, that would be an unforgivable sin. We come and do that in a minute, because that's when she's got to leave her body. Oh, okay. We do that in a minute too.
A shade of music.
Well, at least part of it.
I remember the first time I met him, working a simple factory job, still more of a boy than a man, wide-eyed, constantly looking over his shoulder like a scared animal. His parents had died in the Warsaw uprising of what he'd gone through in the years that followed. He did not want to speak, and I never pressed him, but it soon became clear he had no one else in this world. I could immediately tell that, despite his young age, he had seen things that no one his age should. I could immediately tell he was stinkingly special. Let's go in the middle. If there's anything around this thing, I don't think there is. Her one just looks like a pile of slugs and slime. It gives me joke how she just runs, barely moving.
Gather round, children. I want you to meet Lilianne. She's going to be joining our painting class.
Why can't I play with my friends, Uncle Richard?
Your friends? Oh, Lilianne, I promised your father you would spend some time with the other children.
I spent a few years trying to steer him in the right direction, trying to make him see the depth of his potential. He kept refusing, claiming that he was no painter and that he saw our little get-togethers as therapy rather than artistic expressions. Eventually, I wore him down. He agreed to enter the university, but on the condition that it would be his chosen field. And so he started on his way to becoming an architect. At first, I was rather skeptical, thinking that he was thrown away greatness for mere, was it competence? But deep inside, I guess I was glad to be the only one to bring his visions to life. And then he met her. Our painting sessions became few and far between. He no longer needed my help in dealing with his inner demons. There's so many ways to go. I'm gonna just move my body. But what's... Did you check this? Yeah, we're gonna combine this, bruv. Musical notes with musical notes. Yeah, why not? Oh, there might be one more around in that room. Do you see? Huh?
Can you see that thing on the top screen?
Like this? They'll kind of move it, kind of. There you go.
Don't you think he would be better off in a nursing home? What about his family?
Richard doesn't have any family.
Oh, the poor man. It's like he's somewhere else. We were close once, you know. I mean, not that close, but... All right. I'll take care of him.
Hollow like a puppet. Isn't that what sadness said?
Can't get that angle again. Yeah, because I saw there was... like something on the... maybe not. Yeah, we came here already. I'm gonna just do that thing. Into that room. Huh?
You have to be in the other world to see that thing.
I did not.
Because when you did the other worlds on the bomb screen, it showed that freaky stuff. doors all over now.
Right, this way.
Oh, this place is packed with memories. Bad ones. Guilt. Humiliation.
Is that what she sees? Anger. Look at the surroundings. It's crazy. Focus on this side. I can't do anything here. Huh? Oh. Yeah, what? What did I even pick up? Oh, you got to make a face. Oh, you literally got a copy. 1 second. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what I'm meant to be doing. I just went into this room, you told me I picked up something, I slapped it in, now I'm doing this. It became a habit of ours. We would sit down, sketchbook at the ready, and then he would close his eyes and start talking, describing all the things he saw in his mind's eyes, the horror and splendor of worlds beyond our own. What started out as an innocent exercise in imagination ultimately became a bottomless well of inspiration. My hand wouldn't dare rest, sketching furiously as he described the indescribable. For a while, I wondered why he was so eager to share his visions with me. To him, they seemed to be a burden, a source of great pain and distress. But finally, I understood. He sought to share them with someone who saw them as a source of beauty rather than madness. obviously I've got to turn it to where it allows the thing to open. Yeah. I thought it would. Oh no, there's a hole there. Go there in a minute. We need the thingy, man. Yeah.
I love this melody. It reminds me of my childhood. At least the good parts of it.
But the bad parts, they're always there, aren't they?
You're a very smart girl, Lily. You know that, don't you? You're special.
Her voice, is that sadness? Aha.
That was that door. You know the door in the main area? Yeah, and then it was locked.
That's why she made that last piece of music.
Maybe. Let's see what it does without it anyway. Let's get some charge, just in case that girl would need it.
The spark's too weak to absorb.
Okay.
It's like it's missing something.
When we get that piece of paper. Alright, we'll check that out in a minute. This did, I tried it. Yeah, maybe I pushed the wrong button. Yeah. I hate PlayStation buttons, man. I've been playing Xbox for, say, years and years and years and years. From Xbox 3. No, this Xbox. The Cube. So I've been trained and programmed to. That's why I keep on looking down. This is my first PS in, say, maybe that'll be giving away my age. or thereabouts. You'd be like, damn. So he's somewhere near the age of a T-Rex. Okay. Once he got engaged, we grew apart for a while. Now that I think of it, I guess I was jealous. I no longer had him all for myself. In time, I warmed up to her as well. She was striking, both in her beauty and intelligence. Eventually, I accepted the fact that he has found true happiness, true love, strong and pure. Well, as pure as it can be, I guess. In any case, I was no longer needed. When the project came along, the one that would eventually be known as Niwa, I pulled all my strings to get him what he wanted, even though I knew it would drive. That must be the F guy, and it's that doctor, you know, the one in the room we opened up the secret room, Thomas. Even though I knew it would drive, and because he was the one that designed the place, or he could be whoever, I don't even know, because he was the one that phoned the chick and said, look, I know about the little girl, I know you're like basically your secret, who you are. And you remember he designed that place, and that person who was doing the therapy said go university, and he became an architect. Do you understand what I'm saying? He built this place. So I think this person is Thomas, who's been spoke about. I knew it would drive an even bigger wedge between us. I wanted the best for him. He was the closest to a son that I'd ever had. I don't even know, but I think. There it is.
The pieces of the score now.
So that's how you found him?
Yes. He was just lying
Thomas.
there. He,
Mr. Record?
I'm sorry. He was a friend. I just need a moment.
That's not true, Thomas. You thought he deserved it.
Come on, Richard. You were always there when I needed you. Let me return the favor.
I don't know, Thomas. What about my work? The university?
Rich,
Oh, Richard.
I know they kicked you out. I'm guessing you finally managed to piss off the right people. Stay with us, old friend. Do it for me. For them.
So he brought him here. Wonder who he meant by they.
Go to the piano place. Let's look at him first. Alright, let's do this. Oh yeah. So what way did that come? Because I've turned it around. Come on, you spastic. Why won't you let me get it, man? It's dumb, look how far off the mark I was. Charge it up for her. Tell she's gonna need that power for something. That's really vague though, like this. Investigate the day room. Like to do what? Do you see?
Yeah, I see.
The only way is this. Which way am I gonna go? Straight. That way I have to go.
He's just right there. Just there, isn't it? What? Not even just a little bit. From last time then. No, but I had more left over and I ran fast.
There's me watching this.
Uncle Richard, my arms are getting tired. You've been drawing me for hours.
Almost done. You know, Lily, you remind me of someone. A girl I knew when I was very young.
Did you love her?
Yes. With a young, innocent love, free of the ferocity of adult lives.
Richard. I'm getting a weird vibe from him. There's grief, sorrow, and something else.
Something else, you know. Take the youth away from him. I was finished. They had to let me go. Me, Richard, blah blah blah, whose works were recognized across the continent, whose imagination, as they said, knew no bounds, whose very name became synonymous with fine art. All of that meant nothing to these soulless bureaucrats. To them, I was just a liability, the source of dangerous liberal ideas. I felt betrayed, empty. I needed to get out, away from the hollow sickness of the city. But most of all, I needed a friend. And so, I sought him out. I knew his wife had died some months earlier. At the time, I thought it's best not interfere with his grieving. And so, now I fear that he'd hold it against me for not being there when he needed me the most. Instead, he offered me a home. Okay. So that's Richard talking about Thomas most probably. Because he's saying, come here, stay with me, stay here, we need you, the kids need you. And he ran off with his chick. And my man said he was feeling a bit jealous. But his wife was a beauty, not only in looks, but in intelligence. Had enough of that from RE8.
Aren't you a bit old to be playing with dolls? Here, I bought it especially for you.
Oh, a ribbon? It's beautiful. Thank you, Uncle Richard.
Here, let me... on the other hand, why don't you do it yourself?
What was that? It's like something stirred inside him.
That stairs, we go there in a minute. Oh. Very good. You stink pot. If I'm not understanding, you've got to kind of...
No, I didn't mean to. Oh, God. What have I done?
It feels cold. What have you done?
He killed the girl, bro. She said no to him. I'm not that woman. I'm not your friend. What the? They want me to get into it. And it's gonna take me somewhere.
I
see.
had never felt anything so desperate. It was calling out to me. It wanted to show me something.
You guys are different. You guys are different. I swear. You guys are different.
God fucking damn it! Thought I could protect her. Idiot! What would you think of me? I failed you. I failed us. It's all falling apart. What?
Does he see them too?
I know. No, I need to be sure.
Yeah, he sees them too.
Gotta be something around here.
She's dead, people.
You want what? Fuck! Look who finally decided to let me out of my cage. And only when you need my help. Surprise.
Shinigami, bro.
You know what? I'm not in the mood. Just tell me what you see. Come on. Come on. Yes. I can feel it. Okay. It's around here. Somewhere. Oh, well, it's real fucking specific. Hey, I'm trying to help here. Well, you know, sometimes I wonder. Well, it doesn't make it easier when you keep me in the dark for so long. Oh, Christ. Thanks for that, by the way. Hell of a way to treat your soulmate.
He was the one that shot that girl.
God damn it! There's nothing here! There is. Really? I'm never wrong about these things. You know that. Oh, screw this. I should have known better than to listen
Because
to you.
he had the black gloves and...
What? There. There. Where? What?
That's a demonic thing, man. That thing's evil, bro. I can see why he had it locked up. He loves his job.
What? You building tension? Grab the fucking thing! Would you shut up?
He's gonna kill that girl. That man's evil.
Unless the spirit took over it.
It's her. It's her. Oh. no. Page after page. It's like he's obsessed.
Unless it was Richard that popped her off.
What is he?
Yeah, because it was Richard getting her the dolly.
Why done? We couldn't have known. I let him into my home. He was like a father to me. How could he do this to her? Fucking bastard! How could he? I told you we couldn't trust anyone but ourselves. Keep it together. Think. What do we do now? We wait. And when he comes back...
Pap, pap, pap.
Oh, just... Whoa. Easy, Tiger. Remember what's at stake here. Just let me do what I do.
He loves his job.
Because if you don't, I will kill him.
That's what I'm saying. The woman felt funky. And as I'm saying, I felt like there's something a bit dodgy there, bro.
I felt that, but I didn't want
See a man in your yard like that.
I wasn't expecting you. Is everything all right, my friend?
Did you do it, friend?
Did I? What?
My daughter. My 13-year-old daughter. I entrusted her to you.
Thomas.
Did you do it?
I don't.
That's your answer.
Found the sketchbook. Forced myself to look through it. Cover to cover. Every single fucking page! Tell me you didn't hurt her, Richard.
Thomas, please.
He would
Tell me
make
I'm
scripts
wrong,
like this, man.
Tell me, and I'll let you go.
It wasn't me. Thomas, you have to understand. There's a sting inside of me.
Shut up.
You have to believe me. I
Did he
wanted
do?
to die.
I'll make it quick.
Thomas, I'm so sorry.
She's my daughter!
I never wanted any of this. I should never have come here.
But you did. No shit. Knowing what she means to me.
Thomas, I swear, I'll go away. You'll never... Wait, but you... No, let me out. Let me out.
Let me in!
I want to know what he did. Because I'm thinking, what have you done? What did you do to her? I'm thinking those fingers were going places where they shouldn't be going. Do you understand?
This cancer has spread far enough. Time to cut it out.
I'm confused, man. They were meant to be killing Richard.
So, you know how Ursula, I'm not sure he got possessed to kill that guy in the wheelchair.
All right,
Yeah.
Richard. This is your world.
So that's almost what happened
Tell me
with
what
Richard.
you're hiding.
Richard needs to die still. It's not his fault. He's collateral damage. Can't look that man in the face again and just think it weren't your fault. You're not to blame.
Yeah, I see that.
Richard, I'm sorry, buddy, old pal. I thank you for your generosity. You got to go.
Is this where it started, Richard? A place that broke you, made you what you are.
Where is this walk? But did it tell me what button to push?
R1, the shoot button, yeah.
This is what I push.
That's, can you use the shooting button?
Huh?
Can you use the shooting button? So it's just R1.
The most can unlock that as time goes. That looks like a hand there.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
You feel it, Thomas. There's something here. It awoke on that day when she came to it. It took over. Made itself at home.
This place looks dreadful, man.
Loss. Hatred. Grief. This place reeks of them. Something terrible happened here. It changed Richard forever.
I'm not seeing, bro. Leave her alone.
This is it. Richard's big, ugly secret. The sum of all his demons.
His dad's gonna be the source of it.
Oh, so that's why this twisted looking Thomas said, let me do what I do to want to see if he's talking smack or anything.
Cut through the huh?
Richard,
Yeah.
your father forgot his knife. You better go and bring it to him.
All right, I'll play along. For now.
Let me in. Let me out.
That's the beast, like, you know, that thing that chases you. That's what he says, let me in or something.
Is that what he does?
I think something along those lines.
That thing's ugly, man. Like bean shoots. Stir-fried stuff, you hear me?
Yeah.
Father, you forgot your knife.
Thank you, Richard. You know what? Why don't you keep it?
But it's your lucky knife.
And now it's yours. You'll need it. I'm leaving tomorrow.
What? No! But where are you going?
The army is heading out west, and I'll be going with them.
But no, I don't want you to go.
either, son. But sometimes what we want isn't what's important. You understand?
When will you come back?
Take care of your mother, Richard. You're the man of the house now.
Knows he's gonna die.